The second most deadly terror attack in Kenya's history has left the country reeling in shock and darkened the Easter season with a cloud of mourning. With at least 147 lives lost in Garissa, the Senate is proposing a radical change of tact in the country's war against terror.
It is not enough, Mr. Speaker, to deploy KDF and the National Police Service and tell them they are terrorists and people are suffering, go and rescue them.
And Mr. Speaker, this country is headed the wrong direction. And security is the foundation of any nation, Mr. Speaker. Schools will not function, business will not function, everything will be dysfunctional if there's no security.
The Homeland Security Bill, which is still in the formative stages, proposes the establishment of a standby Homeland Security Force to exclusively deal with terrorism. This includes detecting and preempting terror threats and responding promptly to terror attacks.
We will require, going forward, a Homeland Security unit that has all the agencies together so that when there is a response like this one, the units can perhaps work faster because they have had time to train together and they have time to internalize their standard operating procedures. Anything short of a Homeland Security unit will not give us results.
In the last 2 years, at least 300 lives have been lost in a litany of terror attacks. Mpeketoni, Mandera, Mombasa, Gikomba and Isili are but some of the flashpoints of terror incidents witnessed so far. Senators are now calling for a change of strategy in the fight against terrorism.
We need to understand the psychology of terrorism. Indeed, this one terrorism comes from the one terror. And the whole idea of terrorism, they know they don't have capacity to bring down a government. They know that they don't have a capacity even to win a major war. But the strategy is to spread terror, to make everybody afraid, even as you are sleeping in your own house, because of fear that they can strike at any time.
We need to think like terrorists at times. These special units should, so that we're able to be ahead of them, not always dealing with the aftermath of what they have done. That's the only way we can reach them.
Though the amended security laws passed by the National Assembly amid acrimony last December were meant to provide a legal muscle in the fight against terrorism and other forms of organized crime, some senators still feel it was not enough.
Mr. Speaker, simply arresting people, aligning them in court, is no longer a deterrent as far as terrorism is concerned. We must rethink, starting all the way from the systems in the West, in our own countries. We must ask ourselves, can we deal with terrorism in the manner we deal with a simple thief? Is the judicial system sufficient to deal with the threats that we are currently facing? 4 terror suspects in the Garissa University attack were killed, and 1 suspect is reportedly in custody. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Weekend.